Brooklyn Yahweh, Brooklyn Yahweh Shai, Brooklyn Yahweh, Brooklyn Yahweh Shai, Call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem HaKadosh, double honors apostle elders, the great millstone that taught me this 100% truth to rule well. Salutations to the Yakim out there pushing the truth with all sincerity and risk their lives to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered among the four corners of earth that believe in the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Shalom. You know, as those that know heard about the Kyrie Irving thing, this happened like a month ago, whatnot, and they're accusing him, or the small hats, the chief tribe of Esau Edom, Amalek, is accusing him of being anti-Semitic for posting a video, on his social media. The movie is the the Negroes movie or whatnot, and all his brother did was post a video, and they started attacking him. You know what I'm saying? They ran down on him and confronted him and asked him like, yo, are you anti-Semitic or whatnot? Because you posted an anti-Semitic video. Because in the video it talks about who the true Jews are, or the true Israelites or whatnot. Because Esau Edom, this devil has stole our identity or whatnot, and in the video that is exposed. But at the same time, there's truths and lies in that video, because this dude Ronald Dalton, who's the director, or the dude that put it together, he's a bug out or whatnot, and he has an agenda because he's trying to make profit off of the truth or whatnot. And this dude, he's not getting no backlash. Neither is the owner of Amazon or whatnot, Jeff Bezos. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he's a so-called Jewish person as well. But like the scripture said, he's not in trouble as other men, and they're not gonna bring down the hammer on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna have any repercussions for any things that take place. Like, if you're gonna give any backlash, it should be for the dude that owned, the site. You know what I'm saying? Like, why this dude ain't getting, why his name is not being mentioned? You know what I'm saying? Like, they really not saying nothing about the Ronald Dalton character, because he deems Esau, he deems the so-called white man to be Japhet. You know what I'm saying? So they want that narrative push or whatnot. Esau like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants people to stay confused, because he created the confusion. He told our people that we so-called African or whatnot instead of who we truly are. And that's the thing that he's mad about Kyrie, because Kyrie said, you know what I'm saying, he know who he is, and he hate that. And he don't want us to know who we are as a people, because he done so much wicked in the earth, because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, that he created a narrative that we're African, just because we were taken from the east coast, the west coast of Africa or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But we were sold by our enemies. Those were not the same people. We were refugees in the land. You know what I'm saying? And they know that or whatnot, but they created a narrative that they sold our own people or whatnot, and we're African and whatnot. That's the heritage that they gave it to us. And when you come into this truth and you find out who you truly are, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're giving Kyrie so much trouble. Like, and what this truth is doing is exposing Esau Edom for who he truly is. Because if he say he's the Jewish, or the true Jew, or the true Israelites or whatnot, how is it then he has the power to cancel this guy and take away his fortunes? You know what I'm saying? If the true children of the Lord was going to be in oppression and oppressed by their oppressors, and have to go to them for all things, you know what I'm saying? How is it that you're going to have the power to financially destroy someone if you're supposed to be on the lower end of the totem pole? You know what I'm saying? It's showing you that they're exposing themselves for who they truly are. They're making this man suffer because he's claiming his heritage, and that's what they don't want. You know what I'm saying? They want you to continue being African or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like they claim you to be, because Esau Edom, he just wants to hide himself. And, he gave him giving you a byword, a proverb and a byword. You know what I'm saying? And the byword, you so-called African American, you so-called Native American, uh, Latino, or whatnot. You know, those are bywords or whatnot. We're not, but we're truly the children of Israel. But this is the narrative that he created because he's the devil, he's the wicked, and he stole our identity. He's the identity theft. But anyway, he made up this term anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? Which is no such thing. The true term should be anti-Shemitic because it's from the line of Shem, and there's like 8 other nations from the line of Shem. So if you're of those other nations, you can't really be anti-Semitic anyway. But this is a narrative they create, and this is what they hide behind. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga's he's the devil or whatnot. So they ran down on Kyrie. They gave him like 5-game suspension, turned out to like 8 games or whatnot. They took his Nike contract or whatever. So they caused him to lose money, more financial oppression. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the Israelites could be under, and they feel some type of way because they gave this nigga his fortunes, and it's like a slap in the face to them, for you to claim something that is yours, but you helping expose them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that. Like just take the money, nigga, shut the fuck up, and just be African, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. But but this is the time that the Lord has chosen to awaken, and the Lord put the spirit on Kyrie to do this. You know what I'm saying? To make this move. Even though he may not be of the elect. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, you know what I'm saying, still is in control. You know what I'm saying? This is his stories, and and this helps bring more attention to the truth and whatnot, because how Jake, our people, you know what I'm saying, when they see a man of his stature or a man that carries some weight or name, has what this world deems to be a man that has a great financial wealth or has a name in this earth, they deem him to be great or whatnot, and they take his word for true. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh look, Kyrie, he says he's an Israelite, so that brings Jake to do more research or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's exposing the truth, and this is what the devil's doesn't want, because Kyrie, he's famous and he has a huge platform. Like Esau, he don't give a fuck about the men of the Lord out there on highways and byways, preaching the truth, because he can just write it off as, oh yeah, those conspiracy nuts or whatever it may be. But these are the true men of the Lord. So when our people see these men on the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying, the first thing they do, they shoot them away, because well, for one, because they more than likely 2/3, and then the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Hashai ain't dealing with them, it's only dealing with the elect. So only the elect is going to be guided into this truth. So when they see the true men of the Lord that's on the highways and byways giving the truth, they just think nothing of it. They kind of shrug it off. But when the Kyrie Irving say it, now they paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But Kyrie Irving is nothing to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a man of the Lord. Actually, the men of the Lord, those are the great men. You got to come to the understanding for those that the Lord has revealed this truth unto, those that can receive it. These men that on the highways and byways, these men that make these video epistles on a daily basis, giving this truth, helping gather and elect. These are the men of old that were in our previous captivities, the prophets of the Lord, the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Back in reincarnation. So the men that we deem as lesser in the world's eyes view, the Lord doesn't see it that way. They are great men. The men that on the highways and byways preaching the truth, they are great men. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the previous prophets from times before, and they're back now doing the same duties as they did, in their previous times, in our previous captivities. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has brought them back, opened up their mind and their eyes to the spirit of Yahweh Shem Hashai, and they got them doing the same thing that they were doing before. You know what I'm saying? So they are great men, but to the world they're not. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so like I said, when Jake see niggas like this, Kyrie, Kanye West, whatever, come out, now that brings attention, and that's what the Lord wants. The Lord is drawing attention to the truth, because he's still gathering, his intellect and waking them up. And this is what Esau Edom doesn't want. So, like I said, when they see these men of the Lord out there, they just kind of bypass it. But when they see somebody like this, that's why they came down on him and brought the hammer with him, you know what I'm saying, and buck breaking him, you know, to make him suffer. And then Kyrie, you know what I'm saying, he somewhat apologized and whatnot. And this dude, he even offered to give them $500,000. You know what I'm saying? I guess they shunned that. They didn't want that. And then he also he also um gave 600,000, 600K to this Muslim school or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, show you that's more confusion. And he kind of like IUIC slap it. All right, I'm gonna have to continue this video another time. So I'll come back to it. Slack you.